Welcome to the Sleepy C and Big B Show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of
Sleepy C and Big D Show.
And we're on episode 7 now, I think?
I thought we were on 6.
I've lost track.
This is too early in the game for us to be off track like this.
Right? Imagine when you get to the bigger numbers and we won't have to worry about it anymore.
We'll just have to base it off of what we thought the last conversation was. We won't even go by numbers anymore. We'll just do quote referencing.
That's true. Yeah, we need the what is the thing the court reporter does? The shorthand? Or...
Oh yeah, I don't even know what they're called, but they're, for the record, that's impressive. I know that I can probably, if I were put to the test, I could probably type 40 to 50 words per second or whatever. That used to be like something that you actually like. Strived for. Like, I know I took a computer class in 6th or 7th grade or something like that.
Well, it's not even, they don't even do full letters. But it's like 10
really?
keys.
Is it shorthand like that?
Yeah.
I assumed that this whole fucking time I thought they were typing everything out, like every single word.
That's why the thing's so small. It's like, I think it's got like 8 letters on the thing.
Okay, well then
some
at
poor
least,
bastard has to figure out how to read it or something.
At least it's a lot better though than, again, I was under the impression that they were typing out every single thing, and I'm always blown away. I thought I'm probably more disappointed than I was excited.
Yeah, because you thought they were actually doing something, fast or
yes,
well at that thing. But
like on what is that? Is that Meet the Parents when Ben Stiller goes to get a plane ticket and the broad's just like.
Why are they always typing? What are they typing?
What do they have to type? Yeah. It's not like I know they're not typing in my name.
Is it smoking or non-smoking?
I know they're not typing in your name because I have to fucking do that. When we went to the airport for the Bahamas, you do your own ticket. Like, you write out your own shit and you fill it up, and then you have to take that stub up to the person, and all they do is print that. They print it in a sticker form to put on your bag.
Well, that's like a pre-thing, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever? But this is, I think this is from when people actually purchased the ticket at the airport counter. This is true,
and he did it right then and there.
Right.
He was trying to get the first ticket out.
Exactly.
Oh, we lost something.
What did we lose?
I don't know. It's starting to come back a little bit. Maybe that was just my own ears.
The wine's kicking in?
I don't know, perhaps, but it's like, no, it's like totally going dull or something.
Totally?
Yeah, just in the hearing. Like, again,
my hearing sounds fine. So,
I was just telling you how much better I liked hearing like this, and now it's like, it's deafening on me.
Bionic hearing.
Yeah, it's like a blackout. It's like when your vision kind of starts to fade. It's like that, but in hearing form, if that makes any sense.
Does it? So is your hearing back?
It's back right now, but literally, it's like coming and going in waves.
Is that the same stroke side?
I don't know. I think it's more from the right side, maybe. And that was the opposite. I think I went left side stroke.
Right. Droopy C.
Yeah, because I can't. Look, I can't droop the right side of my face.
Okay.
It's only the left.
That's great visual on a podcast.
Oh, if only you guys could see. I wish. You know what? We're gonna have to probably do that. We're gonna have to start making like YouTube videos with this also. Just so that you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am not one to advertise my face, but
you have a face for radio.
I do. I have a face for radio, but I've also been told I give good face. Like, I have great facial expressions. So I think that, like, somewhere in there, we'll have to, like, bridge that gap and just kind of roll with what we can.
Make the jump to the videos.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not going to be, that definitely won't be something regular.
No. That's got to be a special.
Yeah, we'll do that quarterly or something.
100th episode, 25 episodes.
That's even better. That. I like that. That means there's less of them. I was going to say quarterly or something like that. Definitely not monthly. That's for sure.
What's your thought if a taco and a cheeseburger were to fight?
You know what? I would really just be interested in putting them together and eating them, and I think that's the real win.
Well, I mean, do we go ethnic? The taco being Hispanic, that they would naturally win over an American, or?
I think so. Is it a group of tacos and one burger? Just one
just
on
a
one?
boxing match. If the taco was to box the cheeseburger,
this
who'd
is
win?
like an average size American because they're pretty obese regularly, so
they
may take the win. Well, they may be slower, but I feel like they have more to swing.
Okay.
More weight behind their throws.
But you don't. So
I don't know. That's a real tough call.
Tacos have sharper edges.
Sharper edges. Do either have tomatoes in them?
They could. I mean, it is a taco and it is a cheeseburger,
right,
so depending on
so
if
the
you ask
option's
for it.
there.
Yeah, you can. That's something to throw at each other.
Or we just go in base simplicity, like just meat and cheese in both.
It's just a taco and a cheeseburger.
I think I'm gonna have to go taco, just because tacos have the option of being street tacos also.
Right.
And I feel like those are harder.
Okay, good.
Not in physical bite, but like again, if we're personifying these
street fight, we can go
these
street
foods.
fight. So street tacos off of there's no such thing as a street cheeseburger.
Right, like something like I feel like a street taco would pull out some pocket sand throw it in the eyes.
Yeah, the butterfly
that's
knife
it.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
I can.
I
go
like
with
that. I like that you brought up the idea of foods fighting.
Yeah.
Just in general.
I just like the first thing that you went through your mind was you're gonna eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just imagined. I imagined a mashup.
Either right.
Like I imagined them beating each other
a
into
new version of a gangbang.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I was honestly, I was thinking about how I could layer either a burger or a taco with the opposing one's meats and or
right.
Although I suppose the taco would have to go into the burger for the most ease.
True, because the meat. Well, depending again, now if it's a street taco, it's usually open, so you could put the cheeseburger on that.
That's true. Maybe put that in the middle, though,
Mm-hmm.
is what I'm imagining. I'm imagining. Take this, Jack in the Box. Okay, get yourself an ultimate cheeseburger. Put one of their or two. Ooh, because the ultimate cheeseburger has 3 slices of bread. You know, the middle separator.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Big Mac.
Big Mac, yeah.
Put a taco on the top.
Yeah, we are working on the
bottom.
McDonald's sponsorship. Let's stick with McDonald's.
We are still working on that. So, but I was going for Jack in the Box because they also offer tacos.
True.
So
now McDonald's touched on tacos. I thought, didn't they?
I thought it was Taco Bell that touched on burgers.
One of them? I don't know.
I feel like the way we say touching might be misleading. Like
right.
Like McDonald the man is touching on burgers.
It is a pedophile clown, so
that is true.
From the 70s.
You know what? That is pretty weird. Have you seen? I'm sure you have.
Why,
I say that, but
yeah. Why do they bolt down the furniture? Have you worked fast food?
Personally, not fast food. Not like that. I mean, some people would consider pizza to be fast food. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But it's definitely not a meal.
It's either bolted down or the chair weighs like 50 pounds.
I mean, have you seen those burger seats? I would steal one.
Yeah, but it's
I would take one right home.
The place so lightly, so heavily lit up, and it's either a metal chair
that weighs
40, 50
that
pounds.
Nobody there gets paid enough to run out for somebody that's stealing something like that.
Right, so that's why you have to bolt down the furniture.
Yeah, cheaper. They're trying to save costs. You can't be sporting out new cash for.
I mean, it's
chairs.
not like they have silverware and things like that. A chair is a chair. So furniture bolted to the ground, that still makes no sense to me. I know what you're saying, that no one's gonna walk, chase someone holding a chair, but no, is that a big thing? Do people steal chairs?
I would, like I said, I would.
After eating a Big Mac, who's gonna carry a chair?
I mean, you should see me. I'm pretty spry after a good meal.
Really?
Yeah, it depends on the meal.
No, it doesn't.
Chinese
drag
food
you
we
down.
just had, it slows me down.
Right.
But a burger, it's like rejuvenating, if you will.
Is it a burger's rejuvenating?
We call that the power hour. You
wow.
just womp that down, and then you're good to go for like an hour, and then that's it.
It's like a carbo load right before a marathon. You just take down a Big Mac.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
Maybe wash it down with some Coke, and then you're really set.
Okay, so next marathon, we're gonna sign you up.
Yeah, hopefully that'll be the winning ticket. It'll be like that movie, the Super Size Me.
Yeah, or you have to get the burger. That was a good movie, actually.
I actually enjoyed it. Like, some people were like sickened by it.
Mm-hmm.
I still eat Big Macs.
I mean, that's what happens when you're healthy.
I just thought it was interesting that he ate every single item. I would not have done that. Like the fish fillet. People who can eat the fish fillet, I'm impressed by you. I'm going to say that much. I feel like that's a really bold move, trusting fish from a fast food vendor.
I mean, from my understanding, it's just
a patty.
It's cod or something, right?
Yeah.
Like the most basic of fish.
Yeah, and then they just microwave it or whatever. It's cooked enough, but
they drop it in the fryer and that's it.
Yeah, so it's not. Oh, is it? Is it a fried? I don't even. Like I said, I just don't even trust it.
I just thought everything from McDonald's is fried. Yeah, because they don't have a broiler or right. They just throw it on the fry.
I thought it was all microwavable and then heat lamping.
No.
I've never worked there. Maybe we can get some people that have worked at McDonald's and you guys can give us a little bit of insight.
Right. Comments, questions, all that good stuff that we always go through.
Any of those things that we mentioned,
even bother
and you guys don't even fucking do.
Right.
It'd be nice.
Yeah, we need to do a shout out to Michelle because we said we would.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Michelle, for actually trying and commenting where you could and when you could. And you've given us a lot of versatile feedback just in general.
Exactly. Yeah, verbal stuff works. And
we're appreciative.
We've switched over to it. So
we're appreciative.
Titles, things like that. So we do listen. So make sure you pretend to, write us something or just tell us to fuck off. Even, anything. That's just fine.
Yeah, any of the things. If you think I swear too much, which I do get a lot of feedback on that, but it's only verbal. Something in print would be fantastic. That way we could touch back on it. I'm not gonna lie, I forget shit. I forget shit a lot. So if you tell me, I'm gonna try to do it, but it may not get done. Just a possibility.
Definitely.
But we'd appreciate it. Again,
That's for
always
sure.
helpful. Comments, questions, concerns, any regulatory things that you think we should do, we probably won't do. But, I mean, again, it's good that you at least voice your opinion. And then from
Future
there,
episodes, past episodes, stuff that we've talked about that's happened to you.
current events, things that you just want to bitch about. You can do that, and we can even, we'll spruce that up in the next conversation even.
For sure. Yeah, anything
We can
that you
build
need to hear.
from minimal ideas.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, we went from tacos and cheeseburgers fighting to now what I like to call a little bit of a mindfuck section. So basically for Sleepy C here, so just something I ran across and I was like, wow, that totally blew my mind.
Blown
So
away.
are you clear? Have you reached your Zen moment here?
All right, I'm ready.
All right. So what if when you die, the light at the end of the tunnel is actually the light to another hospital room where you're being born, and the only reason you're crying is because you remember your past life and that you know that you've died?
That's fucking crazy.
Isn't it?
But I could totally see that. Like the light at the end that you see being the new light, like when you're coming straight out of the womb
Yeah.
and the doctor's pulling you out.
So when you're dying, you see that light, and next thing you know,
That's your new life.
It's your new life, and that
Which-
last minute or two of you holding on to your past life as you
And
move
that's why
into
you
your
come out
new life,
crying.
and that's where the deja vu and things kick in,
That's fucking weird.
right?
That's like some Matrixy shit.
That's kind of
I mean, I'm a firm believer in the concept that like we live multiple lives, but I think that that's probably the coolest bridging of an idea as to how we do that.
yeah, because for those that don't see the light and things like that, it's,
They probably just end up as a cockroach or some shit,
right, yeah,
or just a dung beetle or some
or
piece of shit.
that's it. Yeah, I mean, maybe they're an ass baby. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a strong
You know,
possibility.
what was
They
it?
come back. What was that movie where he's like, "You're gonna come back as a fucking anal bead"? I think that was Pineapple Express.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, I think that's when he's talking shit to the guy. He's trying to hype him up. He's like, "Come on, man, you want to be a hero?" And
from
then
a
he ends up.
hero.
He's like, "Otherwise, you're gonna come back as a piece of shit or a fucking anal bead." Yeah, that'd be rough. That'd be a rough life. You know what wouldn't be a rough life? No pun intended. Being a dog, especially a cared for dog. Specifically, I suppose that'd be more of the statement to make. Specifically, a cared for dog or a cared for cat. I would love to be a fat cat.
Yeah.
Like our cats, they're both pretty well pampered. I think one of them is
'Cause your
turning
dogs
out to
aren't?
be. They are and they aren't. Sometimes they escape.
Our dogs sleep on the bed.
We had to break Zelda of that habit.
Our dogs stay in the house.
If we let Zelda sleep in the bed, she literally wants to sleep up by your face. Like she'll put her head on the pillow
Yeah.
and stare into your eyes as we fall asleep together.
That's what happens with 3 of them.
You can't have all of that.
Well, that's...
You have all 3 of those dogs in bed with you guys?
Well, Oswald is, yes, for sure, because he can't
Well, he's
sleep
Prince.
anymore. Right.
He's the prince.
Yeah, or princess, I'd like to think.
Yeah.
But the other 2 have to be in the room. And she's, she being my wife, is slowly grooming them into bed sleepers.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I bet you're excited.
I am.
Is the bed even big enough? You
It's-
better have a
it's a
California,
California
King.
King,
Okay.
and so at this
at least
point-
you have room. I mean, those are huge dogs.
It's 3
for
labs.
the record. For the record, for those of you unaware, they have 3 rather sizable Labradors, and they're 2 of them are thicker than Snickers. That's for sure. One of them, he's just a large dog. Oswald is rather tall. Rosa
Yeah.
was comparing him to the size of Zelda, which is not even close to factual. He's at least 4 inches taller than her, I'd say, at their back measurement,
What's her weight?
Probably 50 pounds or
Yeah.
so. He's probably like,
He's
what,
pushing
78?
78, 980, and the other...
The other 2 are like 100 fucking pounds for sure.
Well,
Beast,
no.
Beast is...
Beast is 98.
He's thick, yeah.
Yeah, but the girl, she's down to 67 because she's on the new Atkins diet.
Wow. You got to be careful with those. I hear, you start putting the carbs back in, and that weight comes right back.
Yeah.
Instantaneously.
Most of it's water weight.
That's what they want you to believe, I think.
Right, you lose the first few pounds right away, and then after that it's a struggle.
That's how they sucker you in to believing it works, and then realistically you just fall back into the pit of despair.
I'm going to sign her up for the gym for her New Year's.
Do they make dog treadmills?
Any treadmill's a dog treadmill.
I guess you're right, but also I'd be concerned about their nails fucking up the tread.
Yeah, but I mean, their nails, if you groom their nails.
Maybe it'll work as a trimming.
Well, they're spoiled, so they have groomings.
Do you guys take care of the nail trimmings yourself? I can't do that. It scares the fuck out of me. Just like with babies. I get nervous about that too.
We now have a groomer that comes here to do their nails.
Is that just your daughter? You can't call her just a groomer.
No, an actual groomer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
She comes every. I
was gonna say that's rude to just call Elisa
every
a groomer.
2 months. That I think she comes by and does their ears and nails.
Can we get a number? Ears. What does she do with their ears?
Cleans them.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, because I'm not good at that. Like, how
And
you
I
gotta
guess,
nozzle their ears with that stuff and
yeah,
then rub it around?
Do that,
Zelda's
exactly.
not crazy about
and
it.
then the small dogs, which we don't own, apparently you have to release their anal glands.
It's not just small dogs. Zelda needs that sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one time it scared the shit out of me.
Literally?
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe not literally. If I was sick that day, maybe. But yes, I noticed that when I took her out to the bathroom one day, like, her ass looked weird. And that sounds weird to say, but if you're a dog person, then you also know that you spend more time than you would know looking at your dog's ass. You don't realize it, but it happens more than you would think.
Hey, look at me.
Yeah, there it is all the damn time. Maybe because it's just always visible, their tail's wagging or up, or it should be. Otherwise, you're probably not a great owner. So you have a happy
dog.
Yeah, they're happy.
What do you feed her? This dog's miserable.
This dog's miserable.
Saddlebags.
I'm sorry for what I said. That's where I've heard him say sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, you guys. We're representing a little bit of the Canadian accent.
The god known as Jim Carrey.
Yes, he's one of our favorites. We don't talk to my dad about him though because he's not a fan.
The hell
if
you
you're not
say?
a fan, maybe you shouldn't listen to this.
Which dad is this now?
Oh, righty then.
We're gonna need to get him on the podcast.
It's my biological dad. My stepdad or the dad that raised me.
Now I see why your mom left him.
He's a big fan. And you know what? I'd have to get my mom. My mom loves him too, I would imagine. I know she liked most of his stuff. I wouldn't say she's as crazy about him as we are, but I know that we were just watching Bruce Almighty, and that part where he's typing the stuff for Evan to read, and he's doing all that.
Yeah.
I've never seen my dad cry with laughter more. Actually, that's a lie. I've seen it happen one other time more than that. But that part got him real good. Like, he was dying, especially when he lets one rip. He has him rip one. Oh my god! I mean, if you could hear my dad's laughter, it'd be even 10 times better.
Have tiny nipples.
It's almost, and it's almost like he's about to pass out or stroke.
Right.
Like he's just like, and it's just the longest exasperated breath that you could imagine, and then it breaks into a chuckled laughter.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Gosh, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good old Pops, can't beat that. But yeah, he's a fan of Jim Carrey, whereas my my biological dad is not. He says, you know what? I think he always plays the same character. Are you kidding me? It's like how Ben Stiller felt when they said he had one look in Zoolander. Erroneous.
It's eroding.
Is it like the great Niagara Falls bedrock eroding beneath me? It's fantastic. We're here with Katharine Hepburn's mom.
What was the, you couldn't make room for Leonardo on the big door?
You guys couldn't take turns, or were you just too selfish?
Yeah,
oh
Jim Carrey's the best.
I apologize. Also, if you guys know us, even remotely, you'll know that movie quotes are a big part of our pastime.
The hell you say?
The hell you say? We spend most of our days. In fact, if you can't make it through a back and forth with us, you're probably not part of the club.
Right.
We can probably go back and forth with movie referencing strictly for a better part of the day.
And
have on numerous occasions.
Oh, yeah. Did we just become best friends?
We may have. You want to do karate in the garage?
Let's do this.
It's fine that mine's not movie quality. That's probably my favorite part on that movie. When he gets him the Chewbacca mask also.
Right, exactly.
And kudos, by the way, for those of you that don't know, this is Step Brothers referencing. And if you don't know,
You shouldn't be listening.
You shouldn't be on this level. But I love that they have a fucking pirate style ship set up in the background. Who the fuck got that? And they're 40-year-old grown-ass men.
That is the boat that crashed.
Maybe they built it themselves.
You didn't know that? That's the boat. Boats and Hose.
For some reason, I'm imagining it as like a treehouse setup.
It is a treehouse, but because they crashed the boat, they ended up putting it up. They put it in the tree. What was left of it?
Fucking fantastic. I'm gonna have to rewatch this.
Let's rewatch this.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know we should have watched that instead of. Bruce
I have to
Almighty.
live with these. I haven't had a carb in 10 years.
I haven't had a carb in 10 years. You see that? That's probably one of the best editing of the early 2000s.
I heard a Step Brothers 2 is coming.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. Their new one is not so great. But back to Jim Carrey, which brought us back to the dog and your mistreatment of dog, apparently. Or lack of mistreatment.
Yeah, no, not mistreatment. We were talking about, my dog's butthole area.
Looking at your dog's butt.
One time it became like swollen weirdly, and I was like looking at it and I was like,
for those that
man.
just realized, we went all the way around circle from dog's butt to Jim Carrey to Step Brothers.
Dave's great at reeling us back into what we actually were on topic of. You're fantastic.
I don't have a fishing license.
No, you don't, but you're catching all over the place.
You told us that there was an issue with that.
Well, I can't wait. In fact, that's probably the first thing I want to do the New Year is go get my fishing license. That way I have it for the longest available time.
So you mentioned that. And I've never got a fishing license. So it's good from the 1st to the 31st? Or it's good
the first
from
of the year till the 31st of the end of the year.
So no matter if I buy it in December, it's only good for 1 month.
December 1st, yep, that's it. It should be December to December, in my opinion.
You're right.
I think that's ridiculous.
What's the government, which we've talked about, so that you have to make it as simple as possible for them.
Yeah, for them to collect more money.
Right.
Sons of
Which
bitches.
brings me even further. I heard that new license you got is not going to work, and they're going to change it again.
We literally just talked about this on the way here, actually.
For those that are obviously listening, she just looked at her wife and then looked back.
Yes, and Rosa gave a prime grin because
The
she
nod
knows.
of approval.
Yeah, we totally just talked about this. She barely looked up, by the way, from her playing of Legend of Zelda. She's pretty hooked on this.
And I'm sorry, and what game format is that on?
That's on the Nintendo 3DS.
3DS.
I'll have that be noted again. 3DS, not the Switch.
The Switch, how did that work out for you?
It didn't, in the fact that we didn't get it.
So you're saying Santa didn't bring it to you?
Santa did not come to our house.
The bitch.
Yeah. It was a real backfiring in the fact that we didn't put up a tree in our home. And I think Lando was right when he was like, if we don't put up a tree, Santa's not going to know to come there. Well, he fucking didn't, so...
Well, we were told, or we weren't told, my wife was told that since we don't have little kids, Santa wouldn't come here.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, and he came. But, obviously...
What was your big ticket item?
I had...
Was it the solar panels?
No, that was my own expenses.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some nice.
Time out. Can we segue just to the side for a moment to talk about the fact that
we don't segue to the side?
That Janet,
we're still talking about your dog's butt. Remember,
Janet was our big ticket winner for the Christmas. What would you call
shout
that?
out to the community
would you even call
HOA
that?
Christmas light contest.
Yeah, the judging. I don't even know who takes care of that. Who's
It's
that?
the
Who's on
HOA,
panel?
the group.
Who votes? The whole neighborhood?
There's 4 preppy people that I guess have something to do with it, and they go around and everyone that signs up. I think it was 25 houses that she beat out. So
That's fucking wild. So,
Yeah.
Again, round of applause for Janet. I'm going to physically do it in a circle around.
round.
Round of applause there. 500 big ones that will not be contributed back into the bill of electricity,
Right.
but it will be contributed to next year's
As
setup.
you looked at Rosa, she's not sitting here, so I'll look at myself, and I will look back. That I just asked her today, hey, when is our $500 gift card? And the answer was,
Ours? Nope.
Yeah.
And also, it already came, and it's already been half spent.
Yeah, probably for more stuff. Once these 75%
fair,
sales
though,
are on.
To be
she'll
fair, though,
doing it.
she's a smart lady. That's when you do it. You go out and you buy right after Christmas. You get all the fancy things that you want to decorate next year with.
You
So,
stockpile.
yeah, you have to. Otherwise, you're gonna shell out an
I'm
arm and
getting
a leg
I'm
next
getting
year.
a nod from Rosa in between Zelda. Either that or she's scoring a high score.
It's probably a little bit of a mixture of both. She's hell of good at that.
So I just want to keep talking about your dog's butt.
Okay, so back to that. One time she went out to take a shit, and I was outside with her, and I was like, "Wow, you know what? Something
Most people
looks weird."
would say that the dog went out to potty, but
Well, I would say that, and I usually do. I'll be like, "Okay, time to go. Let's go potty," and they know that's the word, right? But this time she definitely went out and specifically took a shit, and I was like, you know what? Her butthole looks weird, like swollen, like it looked lopsided even, but it was because of the swelling. Ended up taking her in, and she needed her sacs expressed. That's what they call it, expressing their anal glands. Really fucking weird. From what I understand,
I thought it was always a small dog thing.
I thought so too, but from what I understand, it can happen to any of the dogs. And what happens is, like, I guess you need to put. This is real weird. For the record, I have not actually done this.
I was going to say, have you done this?
No, I can't bring myself to do it. I mean, I love her so much, but I can't do that to her and then look her in the eyes. You know what I mean? It's just something about it.
You violate her.
Yeah, it just feels wrong. So I took her to the vet or whatever, and they did that. I guess what they have to do. I only know how the process goes because my dad's girlfriend. She was like, "Well, look. You have to learn how to do it. It's too much money to do it every time. Take them in every time it happens." And it happened to her dogs a lot. I think you have to digitally, by that I mean digital your hands.
Yeah.
Digitally put fingers into the rectum and press down on something in there.
The gland. I'm assuming, yeah.
And it will literally ooze. All these things are sickening me the more I talk about it. So that's enough of that.
Okay, well, we'll get past that point then.
But yeah, so apparently that's a real thing that you have to do sometimes.
Yeah,
and,
again, I thought it was a small
dog
dog thing because they're small.
Small dogs do have a lot more issues than big dogs, from what I understand. Also, I mean, other than things like hip dysplasia and terrible things like that, but and joint problems for sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's definitely a weird situation that, like I said, it does. It feels like a violation of sorts. Like, I know that when I would take her out to play or have play dates with my friends' dogs, if they tried to mount her, I would specifically I'd be aggressive. I'd be like, "Hey, get the fuck out of there," because it's just like I don't want to watch that. I don't. That's like my dog turf.
Right.
I don't want to see her get mounted. And then what's crazy though is that she wasn't with it either.
No.
She literally she turned real quick and flashed on a motherfucker. She was like, "Ah!" like that, but in dog form. So it was,
it was almost as violent.
Yeah, but there was teeth baring and everything. So what is cool is that she's not down with that, and she'll let it be known.
Good.
Just because, again, they can get stuck. That's a real concern. I learned about that when I was young. Actually, it was when I got my first dog ever, and we got this big dog book of knowledge because you're supposed to, that way
you can learn.
They thought it was great for me to learn for responsibility to take care of my new dog. And his name was Rocky, by the way. He was a chocolate lab,
I think
actually.
Everyone had a Rocky.
Right?
I personally didn't, but I know my wife did.
Yeah, no, I don't know what it was. I think it was because he was a chocolate lab. I'm not sure. I was just like, Rocky Road. I don't know. Anyways, but we had him, and so I got this book, and I was reading through it, and I found out that when they mate, they can get stuck. What they do is they do this thing called butting. So typically, as we all know, a dog will mount the other dog from behind, and what'll happen when they go to do this butting formation, it's a way to mark the other dog, I guess, to mark the female as, they can't be fucked with by any other dog now. So the male dog will, while he's still in there, he'll swing his leg over. Can you imagine that? This is like some fucking trapeze artist shit, okay? Swings his leg over. Who even has the strength, the ability to do this?
The dog.
But I'm like, what is it? Not even the strength, but they're like pro yoga doers or something. How do they stretch that way? Anyways, swings his fucking leg over, and now the dogs are butt to butt. That's why it's called butting. And somehow, in some way, this marks the female for no other dog can basically get down, right? Well, what can happen is the male dog, his penis can swell and get stuck in there. And I've never physically seen it happen, but I've heard of it happening, and it's horrible. It's fucking horrible. They're stuck.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know if there's do you calm them down? How do you work down a dog?
I don't know.
I don't know. It just
You
right
brought
now.
it up.
Right now, I got sweaty just thinking about the fear. Like that's what I was always worried for.
What am I supposed to do with
whenever
this?
I got Zelda, I was like, "Well, fuck! What if that ever happens?
Yeah.
What if she gets stuck?" I'm
The stuff
scared.
you worry about.
I know things are like not even logically ideal, but it's something that us as anxious people, it happens. It happens all the time.
We're going to save that for a whole other podcast. I'm
sure
not
the
even going to let you
listeners
start going on that one.
I'm sure listeners can relate. Everyone knows that if there's a little bit of anxiety, it can go a long way. Can
Especially
hear
with
that?
you. Yeah, I can hear it. That's the anxiety killer, otherwise known
Here-
as, what is that there?
Vino. This is the Vino.
Vino Veritas?
We're gonna call this the Vino Red.
Vino Red.
because I'm not classy enough to come up with something better.
Right,
But
and
for
maybe the
those-
name of it or something.
For
yeah.
listeners, we don't have a link available to tell you where to buy this, but Apothic Red can be bought at Safeway or many other places.
I'm sure it's
like under $10 and it's great. So strong recommendation.
Hey, at least it's not a box, so you're not trailer trash.
Oh no box wine here.
Yeah.
Although I mean, like, do people in trailers really even enjoy wine, or do they just get the cheapest beer available?
I mean, I don't know.
Not to say that you have to live in a trailer to drink cheap beer. I know my dad does, and he doesn't live in a trailer.
Yeah, I mean, box wine is what, $5 for? Oh, well, how much does a box hold?
You know what? We should probably start doing. Well, you know what? We just don't need to be that cheap.
No,
This
we
is
don't.
great wine for like $8.
And that's the thing,
That's pretty good.
right? So if you can afford it, why not get it?
But referencing back to the Coors Light,
We
boy,
didn't reference Coors Light.
we didn't reference it, but we were
We
talking
just
about the
said
cheap
cheap
beer. And that's what I'm talking about. Is that's some pretty cheap beer my dad loves. It's great because you can get like a 30-pack for like $18.99. So it's pretty good. I'm not hating on it, but I will say I hadn't had it in such a long time. Like we used to drink that playing beer pong all the time. It's a cheap beer that goes quick.
I can see something for that. You know, beer pong is something that we can play longer because it's so diluted, and yes,
Right.
it's not so expensive. It's, you know, what, $12 for a
It'll start to
50
hit you
pack?
after you play like 3 games. Then you start feeling, you start feeling the effects. But other than that, it's pretty watered down. It was pretty good though. Like I said, that's my dad's go-to. That or Keystone Light, whatever one is really cheaper or or more watered down. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask him for what his actual.
We'll
goal is.
get our fact checker on it.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. But we when we went for my sister's the birthing of her son. Rosa and I ran down to the store. The birthing of her son.
Like she's a cattle.
Because I always want to say the pregnancy, but I'm like, obviously,
The birth?
It was the day of the birth, yeah. So the birthing.
Birthing.
Big birthing. Big bertha.
Bertha?
Birth. Now you got me saying the TH hard. The
Yeah,
hard TH.
the both.
Birth, the both of
Both.
us. Both.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
And she's lost in thought.
Oh, we were talking about my dad and
Coors Light.
Rosa and I ran down to the store real quick and
Got him rear beer.
We were well. It was almost like a tradition, okay, because it was only just over a year ago that we were there for the birthing of Nia. So
figure.
when we were there, we were talking with my sister's baby daddy, Alan, and we were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get celebratory beers, right?" And everybody in my family likes a good drink. Let's just be honest about it. So it was, it was common ground for all of us. We were all like, "Yes, are we gonna get beverages soon? Yeah, we'll have them right here in the fucking hospital. It'll be fine, right?" So when I'm taking down notes of who wants what and this and that and the other, my dad just like, "Oh yeah, well maybe some Coors Lights," because I think maybe we had taken some of his already. Oh, we did. We had gotten some, or no, we picked some up and we came back to the parking lot, and me, Rosa, and my dad proceeded to drink probably like 3 or 4 beers apiece, just right out in the front parking lot of the hospital. And
Hey, don't drink and drive.
You don't have to be trailer parky. You can just do trailer parky things,
I've never tailgated at a hospital before.
Right? Who can say they have? I have now. I can say that.
Yeah.
I felt kind of
Well,
bad.
your sister has so many kids. You now this is a yearly event.
It's a party to go to. It brings the family together. You know what I mean? It's like actively going to a Christmas party.
For the next one, we're gonna barbecue.
We should have. In fact, I have a small burner that we could have brought. It's just a 2-burner or whatever, but it's great for camping settings or the such things as the bed of a tailgate.
Perfect.
We could definitely do that. And it was great, too, because we're standing there, and I felt like this obligatory feeling of trying to put away the beer as people drove by in the parking lot looking for spots. And so I felt the need to put it down to the side, and Rosa did the same thing. And I was like, "Oh, here, Dad, you want me to hide that beer?" And he's all, what? And I'm all, there's a car coming. He's all, hun, I'm 54 years old. I'm not going to hide my fucking beer. I'm going to drink it right out in the open. I'm a grown man. And that was when I knew that that's just badassery at its finest.
Yeah.
Here I am, still like a child. I'm like, ooh, this is taboo. Can't be drinking this light, watered-down beer out in front of people. But
well, it is a
why not?
hospital.
I mean, right? See, so there was reason to feel a little bit, right?
I would agree with you on that one.
Okay,
It's
cool.
like, we really shouldn't be drinking in the parking lot of a hospital.
Okay, cool. Because that's totally how Rosa and I felt, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah, it was definitely a moment where we were both just kind of like, ooh, this
Can
might
you not
be
interrupt her Zelda on your Nintendo that
Yeah.
you didn't get a Switch?
Yeah, but did I tell you how I came upon this?
Yeah.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
right? Hands down, like literally only second to my wedding, the coolest come up of the year.
Your wedding's a come up?
Yeah, I came up on a wife.
Well, nice.
Boom, bam.
Holla.
Hell yeah. Pff, I'm set.
Yeah.
Set for life. Got bomb food.
You just need the Switch.
Yeah,
That
that may be in the future. I have a birthday coming up, by the way, in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah.
In case anybody else wants to get me a Switch.
Clear your throat.
Sorry, let me take a sip.
Yeah,
of
take a
this
sip.
wine.
Go ahead. And then don't forget to remind us when your birthday is.
That's not important, nor is the age that I'll be turning.
We didn't talk about that. We're talking about the date.
Just
so
know that
they
it's coming up.
She can
and-
make a mental note.
I mean, my wife knows it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm positive.
She says yes. She's shaking her head
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Rosa's being very silent tonight for the listeners. She is super enthralled in this game of Zelda that we came up on with the... I say we because I'm married now, so everything is ours.
Actually, that's not what I've been told. It's hers
theirs.
is hers. What's mine is hers.
Is also hers, yeah. That's actually the line I tell Rosa all the time. I go, come on, babe. What's yours is yours, and what's mine is also yours. So you're set. It's good.
That's how it works, yeah.
Yeah, she's been glued to this thing, though, but it's awesome because I got stuck. I couldn't get past these fucking spiders on this game, and she came in just like it's nobody's business. In fact, it was even before that. There was another part that I couldn't get past, and she's hollering at me as I'm cleaning out this horrible tooth situation that I have, and she just goes, "Oh, I beat that part that you couldn't get past. Like it's no big deal, no fucking problem for her. Just did it easy peasy."
And she did it in there. And now, is it possible to do multiple players on there,
it's not like the Switch.
I'm sorry, different accounts, like. She can start a whole new game. Oh, we got a yes out of her.
Yeah,
okay,
there
great.
is actually. I recall because
so rather than start a whole new account, she just took over yours. Got it.
It makes more sense though. In fact, it looks like I'm better because of that. So it's cool. I'll accept it.
Spoken like a married woman.
Yeah. It looks better for my numbers. It's not like she's going in and deleting my stats or something.
No, but she's basically taking over. So now when you go back to play, you have no idea where you're at.
No, I have no frame of reference. But she mumbles something, and it's not enough, and I ended up fucking dying anyways. But it's fine because she ended up beating the next section anyways, and then also telling me how to use the shield after all. So
nice.
At least now I know. But again, I think this was a big win for the both of us. I also, like I said, I still have that set of possibly size 11 shoes. I can't even see the number on there, but Rosa did a guesstimate based off of her knowledge of men's shoe wear, I guess. And she says they look like they're probably a size 11. They look comfortable. I'd wear the fuck out of them if I had man size 11 feet, but I don't. So
yeah, we spoke about that. What do you wear, a 5 or something, and small U's?
I wear a youth 6, a youth
The
6.
Utes.
Yeah, the Utes, good old Ute 6. At least in Nikes, it's a youth 6. Again, these are just frame of references for any listeners that want to send out anything that they feel the need of. In fact, you can send out wine. I did mention that's considerably cheaper in general than a youth 6 Nike, so
It definitely is.
feel free. Apothic Red, like $8.99 at Safeway.
Apothic Red, $8.99. Any kind of the other one,
There's a Menage.
yeah, the Menage a Trois.
Pretty much
which is
any
all
of
the
those.
red. There's kind of the same type of thing.
Red blends, Cabernets. What's the other one?
Not a Zin, but a like a rosé of some sort.
Merlot.
Merlot. Got
That's
it.
the one.
Pinot.
Really, to be honest, any red-colored wine, I'll
Right.
pretty much
Pink.
drink it.
Will you
Probably
take a
pink. I'll probably take that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a real big fan of white. There was one white wine that I tried actually recently at my friend's house, and I don't even know what it
Chardonnay.
was. I don't know. I think Chardonnays are too dry. I don't even recall because I don't drink them ever, so I don't
They're
even have a
very
frame
dry.
of reference.
Yeah.
I'm just not crazy
a
about
port
that.
is kind of oaky but red. More
You
of
know
your
what?
bitters.
I'm not crazy about the. I know
More
Rosa.
of a cooking wine.
Rosa likes the Petite Syrahs. I'm not wild about that. It's like too sweet.
Is it a dessert
Yeah,
wine?
yeah, it's kind of desserty.
You eat it with a Twinkie.
Ooh, now I kind of just
Or
want a
drink
Twinkie.
Right. Well, we're going to go have some Twinkies. Thank you guys for joining us on yet another episode of the Sleepy C and Big D show. Make sure you let us know comments, questions, things like that. Dog anal gland relieving, or any other subject.
Any other facts that you guys may feel that you want to share, or have us double check? Maybe we're misquoting things. Maybe I was wrong about that whole dog butting thing. I'm not even sure. Who knows? I read that shit when I was like 8. But let us know, and also let us know how you liked our free-for-all rant this episode. We came in with just no clear, concise idea of what we were going to go for, and this is what we ended up with. So, anal glands and box wine.
Perfect.